Hey folks, Goofmaster79 here, coming at you with another video. Now hopefully this will be a quick video because I just want to show you something really neat that I started doing. Well, obviously, here, let me move these guys out of the way because these guys are going to be for later. And let me show you this. Let me see if I can't get some lights off here, and it's going to get awfully dark here. It's going to get pretty much pitch black here. Okay. With a black light. How cool is that? Done with a glowing heat rod and a beam spray thing and a mono eye. I don't think there's enough light for it to focus. Let me take this off the rack here. Yes, how cool does that look? Get this centered here. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but it looks it looks awesome in real life here. I think my favorite one's the Zoc here. That just looks so badass. Now you're probably wondering, how did you do that? Oh wow. That's what we're going to be discussing in this video. I love how the orange on this guy and red really is fluorescent under the light, because this is the American version with the solid paint without the gloss paint, so I have no idea what the other one's going to look like. So let me get all my lights back on. Alright. Here. Move this. I got mine at Walmart, so I'm sure you won't have any trouble finding yours. They are about $1 or $2 each, I think, and are well worth the money. They didn't have any red left, so I couldn't get any red. But I also got these at another craft store. This is just glow-in-the-dark paint. These are just regular neons, and then these are going to be glow-in-the-dark. You can see it's just little tubes, and then these last ones are just going to be clear. At least I hope anyway, so I'll test those out as well. Now, basically, you just pick the color you want. For example, the Dom here. I painted his beam, heat rod, or whatever, yellow. All you do is apply a nice little coat of yellow on there, and it'll glow like that. And it looks just fine, you know, with it in daylight. I mean, you can't even tell there's any difference of a color. I also colored that the yellow. I colored the camera lens here inside the bazooka. Oh, my arm always comes off there. I colored that pink, and then of course the reason I got this is to color the mono eyes. You can see I'm missing a little bit around the one edge up there, but still looks pretty cool. So I'll have to redo that a little bit. And just to show you the GM here, the green matches perfect. This regular green matches perfect with the American GM colors. You can see there. They colored the front two camera, the eyes, and then the main camera, barrel of the gun. You can kind of see the yellow in there, but it doesn't. They colored the front two camera, the eyes, and then the main camera, barrel of the gun. You can kind of see the yellow in there, but it doesn't really show up too much. Also painted the rear camera. Now I'm only going to be painting the cameras, the different colors, like like in the show, so they look like they're glowing. But you know, Zoc, simply just paint it yellow. Nothing much else to it. So I'll show you how I've done it. I'll start off here with the Johnny Ridden High Mobility Zaku. Basically, all you want to do is you want to get a cup of water and a fine tip brush. That's what I have here. Okay, just wet the brush a little bit. We'll pick our color, pink, regular pink. Shake it up, nice and good. Okay, now you're only going to need a little bit of this, so each one of these bottles is going to last you a long time, depending on how much you're going to be painting. So all you got to do is just get a little bit. So get a little bit onto the cap there, and just get the tip pink, just a little bit. And you're just going to simply color in the eye. That's going to be annoying at first, but you'll get used to it. Gotta have a steady hand and just kind of fill it in. And then any mistakes you make, you can fill back in with a Sharpie. So there you go. Didn't leak over or anything. Looks good. Next I'll paint the camera eye or the lens for the gun here. There you go. See, that's that simple. Nothing to it. Set them aside, let them dry for a little bit. And next, that was the solid colors. That is, now I found out that these glow-in-the-dark paints are also Blacklight fluorescent. So what I'm going to try here in a sec is to paint these parts of the Death Scythe, the beam parts, and his eyes, of course, with the clear stuff. So let me stop this for a sec and then we'll come back in a minute. Alright, and we're back here. Now I did finish painting them and I let them dry a little bit. So now I'm going to show you what the aftermath is. Of course, this one is dry here. And the thing with this pink is that it dries a little bit darker than the original pink, which actually looks a lot better, if you ask me. The super light pink that they've been using doesn't look as good. This one is actually more cartoon accurate. You can't really tell when I do that close up, but maybe if I zoom in, you can definitely tell that the pink is pretty much the same. It's just a tad darker, which I think looks a lot better. Now you can also see in the Death Scythe here, I colored in his eyes, and the green, for it to focus. There we go. And you can see the green dries just about the exact same color. You can see I just colored the top eye and then the two, his obvious two eyes. Now I did color each of these with the glow-in-the-dark clear stuff, and it's not 100% dry yet, but as you can see, there's a little bit of a grainy kind of look to it, which I guess is what makes the paint luminescent, whatever the word is, luminescent, whatever. But it actually looks pretty cool. I'm actually liking this little texture it has now more than the plain see-through clear plastic. So, as you can see, maybe you can't, it looks a little bit grainier now, but I think that actually looks pretty damn cool compared to what it was, the just simple see-through plastic. So, let's get these guys in a cool looking pose, and we'll try out the Blacklight again on these guys. So, zoom out here, get those guys up back there, and let me see if I can't turn these lights off again. Got 3 lights here. Okay, you guys ready for this? I don't know if you can see the glow. Here, actually, let me turn the light back on for this, and let me charge him up for a sec. See if I can't get his glow-in-the-dark kind of feature going. Yeah, you can't see it on camera, but you can trust me, it's glowing and it looks really cool actually. So let's get this black light turned on and see what they look like. How cool is that? Now, of course, it doesn't show up very well on the camera, but once you see it in yourself, it looks fantastic. You can see the blades here. They're looking really sweet. See, his eyes are glowing in there. His main camera. It's not going to focus because there's not a whole lot of light. You can see his blades are obviously glowing there, which looks really cool. And of course, you can see back here, Johnny Ridden's Zaku, which looks fantastic, I think. There's his gun camera, and then there's the mono eye. How cool does that look? You can just barely see the outline of him. I think that looks so cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's obviously the Blacklight here. It's a lot brighter on camera, but I really hope you like this video. I hope you have lots of fun making your Gundams look like this, if you choose to, anyway. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And until next time, thanks for watching. This has been Goofmaster79.